We begin this hour with the couple who disappeared with their newborn baby a month ago being arrested overnight in Brighton, but their child is nowhere to be found. Constance, Marten and Gordon were found after they were spotted by a member of the public. Police have now launched an urgent search for the baby, who is not thought to have received any medical attention since her birth or at the birth of the baby at the beginning of the month. Vincent McAviney reports.
35-year-old Constance Marten and 48-year-old Mark Gordon were reported missing on the 5th of January after their car broke down near Junction 4 of the M61 near Bolton. The car was found on fire, and it's believed Ms Marten had given birth either in or near the car a day or two earlier. Over the following weeks, there were sightings of the couple in a number of places, including Liverpool, Essex, South London and East Sussex. They were thought to be carrying a large amount of cash and to be using camping equipment to live off-grid. Authorities previously thought the couple had been sleeping rough in a blue tent, avoiding being traced by the police by moving around frequently and keeping their faces covered in CCTV images. Police had expressed fears that the baby was being exposed to sub-zero temperatures and said they were extremely concerned for its well-being. Constance Marten, who was from a wealthy family, was a drama student when she first met Mark Gordon in 2016. Since meeting, the couple led an isolated life, and in September, when Marten was well into her pregnancy, began moving around rental flats. Gordon, a registered sex offender, was deported to Britain from the United States in 2010 after spending 20 years in prison for a rape he committed, aged 14. Despite their estrangement, Constance's father, Napier Marten, has been publicly urging her to make herself known to authorities for the safety of both herself and his grandchild.
And Vincent McAviney joins us now from the scene. Vincent, the police obviously must be gravely concerned because wherever the baby is, it's now separated from its mother and its father.
Yes, that's right. The police are working on the assumption that the baby is still alive. The couple were arrested nearby to where I'm standing at 9 p.m. last night, and this huge operation has swung in with officers not just from Sussex Police but coming from the Metropolitan Police as well. We're told officers staying on long beyond their shifts to try and find this baby. We do not know, because it has never received medical attention, whether they had a boy or a girl in January, but if it is sort of stashed away somewhere where they have been staying, we know they've been living a nomadic life, at one point living in a tent. The officers that we've seen at this allotment and golf course site in the north of the city have been checking the sheds and outbuildings to see if they can find this baby. There are lots of officers here. There are dogs as well, sniffer dogs, drones up. There's a police helicopter up. It is a huge operation, and they're searching all the way down to Newhaven, where the couple was seen a few days ago, which is around 10 miles down the coast from Brighton. Now, earlier on this morning, I spoke to Detective Superintendent Lewis Basford. This is what he had to say about their investigation.
So we're certainly flexing numerous officers between Sussex and the Metropolitan Police, and that number will flex as the day goes on. At present, we are focusing on this initial area working out, but we know, and as I've said many times in this investigation, when the focus of looking for that baby, that we know that they travel. We know they travel long distances, and so actually my plea to the members of the public here in Brighton and crossing over towards Newhaven is, please, be vigilant in the open land where you are, in the outbuildings that you may have on your own property, and assist us in that way by being vigilant and searching for the areas that you own and occupy.
And Vincent, the couple had managed to evade police and those concerned about the baby's welfare for a month now. Presumably, although they were found in the Brighton area, nobody knows exactly where they may have been hiding and where conceivably the baby could be. I mean, it's a bit of a needle in a haystack operation, isn't it?
It is. I mean, we thought that they had thousands of pounds that they were using because, of course, Constance Marten does come from a privileged background. It's thought she had access to some kind of funds. And so they have been travelling around, spotted all over the country in the likes of Brighton, in East London, in Sussex. And then, of course, a couple of days ago, they were thought to be in Newhaven. They've been camouflaging somewhat. They've been obstructing their face with masks and scarves to not be picked up on CCTV. But there have been sightings. and it has been a well publicised case. But the police have said that they are not cooperating in this interview that's being conducted with them in the past couple of hours as to where the baby is. Without going into too much speculation, there is the possibility that they might have friends in the local area who are currently looking after this baby, or wherever they're staying, they had left the baby potentially for a short period last night to get some food and are now going back. Of course, the police still working on the assumption the baby is alive. We do not know if perhaps, given it's been exposed to the elements for 8 weeks now, essentially, that it's never received any medical care, it could have passed away in that period as well. But the police are hopeful that it is still alive. As I said, we don't know if it's a boy or a girl that they had, and they are encouraging people in the Brighton and surrounding area to check sheds, to check outbuildings, and if you have seen anyone camping or any tents in the past couple of days, at one point they were in a blue tent, to alert the police to that and be vigilant today.